station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, we're going to start you off with a live look outside this morning. Yikes, the Washington Monument's back there. You can barely see it from the smoke and haze. The district is under a code red alert right now on this Thursday morning. Good morning, and thanks for starting your morning with us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. Shanique will have more on your roads in just a moment. But Jackie, let's start with you and the weather. The forecast, that haze, it's pretty thick this morning.
Yeah, pretty thick out there, so that visibility has been greatly reduced. We're talking between 1 and 4 miles of visibility. And I know Shanique will have more on that traffic and how that could be impacting the roads this morning. But air quality, yes, that's unhealthy for everyone today. We have the reds for much of the area on this map. That code red air quality alert is in effect for the DC Metro, Maryland, as well as Northern Virginia, even extending back over towards the northernmost parts of Shenandoah Valley. So just something to keep in mind through the day today. Definitely want to limit your time outdoors for today, and certainly do not want to do those strenuous activities outside. We're going to try to protect your lungs from that smoke and haze out there in the atmosphere. Visibility, like I mentioned, reduced 1 to 4 miles of visibility across the board, and high pressure is continuing to push its way across Pennsylvania. And with that high pressure, or at least that center of it, very close to our area, those winds will be relatively light today, and that's keeping some of that smoke and haze in our atmosphere. But later on in this afternoon and evening, we should start to notice that it start to break apart a little bit, so a gradual improvement later on today. More details on this coming up. Shanique is here with the Encore and look at those roads. How's traffic?
All right, check out those brake lights at the 6 o'clock hour you're dealing with at this hour. This is in Northern Virginia 95 heading northbound, and this is right past Prince William Parkway. You will see crash activity to the left, and let's flip over to look at 95 the rest of your way. It's looking good past this point through Lorton, Springfield, and over to the Mixing Bowl. Looking at your roadways overall, you're looking good on the top side and lower side. You're going to start to see delays build right on the top side through Silver Spring, and that is on the outer loop stretch. DC 295 is getting a bit slow, so do watch for that.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Your time right now is 6:02.
A quick look at your Know and Go headlines this morning. A violent night across the district. Police are investigating 3 overnight shootings. They say a man was shot in Southeast. Police also say that a woman was shot in Northwest. No word on their conditions right now. Police are also investigating a shooting that happened along Sumner Road in Southeast.
And Mayor Bowser is asking the D.C. Inspector General to investigate sexual harassment claims against former D.C. Deputy Mayor John Falchicchio. Meantime, some D.C. council members are pushing legislation to change how investigations into officials appointed by the mayor are called out.
And several downtown roads back open this morning after the new Captain America movie set shut down traffic. Representatives from the Writers Guild picketed the movie as the national strike continues into its 3rd month now. Right now, studios are also in negotiations with the Screen Actors Guild. 6:03 now. Smoke from the Canadian wildfires impacting our air quality once again.
Yeah, today conditions are expected to be worse than yesterday. DC News Now's Lex Juarez. She is live on the National Mall this morning with a look at those conditions. Lex, good morning.
Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Well, that's right. We're back in a code red. That means that the air quality is unhealthy for everyone. Now, good news here is that this air quality today is nowhere near as bad as what we saw about a month ago. And taking a look, we actually have video of when that did happen. I was out here covering that. It was much, much worse. The smog thick, and you could smell that smoke in the air. Some people did ignore and continued on with their outdoor plans back when that happened. And even with the lower level of smog today, it's still encouraged for people to limit their time outside. On top of that, of course, wearing a mask is a level of protection against the smoke. Now, the good news here is that we aren't expecting this smoke and smog to be getting worse. In fact, throughout the day or later today, we are expecting to see these conditions improve. Now, of course, make sure you're staying tuned to DC News Now, because our Jackie Layer has got a full breakdown of exactly when we're going to see conditions improve. So make sure that you're staying tuned for that. For now, live at the National Mall, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. Your time right now is 6:04. Smoke from the Canadian wildfires is not stopping anytime soon. Experts say that is because wildfires continue to burn and weather patterns over the U.S. are stalling. The wildfire smoke is impacting many parts of the northern U.S. You can see the smoke limiting visibility on top of that building in Detroit here. Now, that is where officials issued an air quality advisory. Meanwhile, over in Wisconsin, you can see the farm dealing with heavy haze there. The air quality in that area is considered unhealthy.
New this morning, a busy night for police in the district. They're investigating 3 shootings in 3 hours. Police say one happened on Sumner Road in Southeast at about 12:30 this morning. No word on any victims there. And police are also saying that a man was shot on 16th Street near Good Hope Road. That happened at about 10 o'clock last night. Then, about 15 minutes later, they say a woman was shot near 19th Street and Benning Road. Now, as of right now, we are not aware of either of those victims' conditions either. All right, well, according to transit police, there have been more than 800 crimes committed on buses and trains so far this year.
Yeah, that is more than double the number of incidents compared to last year. Now, transit police say they are working to make the transit system more safe.
It's getting a little dangerous. It is, but you know, I know that the transit police are actually doing the best they can.
And here you can see some of the transit officers cooking for the community yesterday. They hosted this cookout to connect with the community, and they hope this will also bring attention to gun violence in the district.
Gun violence that's occurring in our communities and across the nation. We're not going to rest our way out of this.
Transit Police and DC Police announced back in February they would team up and increase security at 5 metro stations. The chief says that program has worked well. Time right now is 6:06. Mayor Muriel Bowser is now asking the DC Inspector General to investigate sexual harassment claims against former DC Deputy Mayor and Chief of Staff John Falchicchio.
Now, this comes after the mayor's office of legal counsel found he sexually harassed an employee. The legal counsel found Falchicchio made physical sexual advances and sent his accuser graphic videos and thousands of sexual messages. Some DC council members are calling for changes to investigations carried out by the mayor's office of legal counsel.
What I want is for someone who's an expert, who knows what sexual harassment looks like, who's investigated these cases before, who knows what to look for, can say, Mulk did a great job, there's nothing we would have added. Or Mulk did a fine job, but we think these 3 gaps are still there.
Now, that council member is pushing legislation which would automatically trigger an external investigation into any claims of sexual assault against an official appointed by the mayor.
And for years, street racing has been a problem in Prince George's County. Now the Prince George's Police Department is changing its strategy to stop it. The illegal pop-up events bring out hundreds of people taking over parking lots and county intersections. Police say they try to respond quickly, but large crowds slow them down. The Prince George's County Chief of Police is approving a task force focusing on stopping street racing.
The fines are definitely a deterrent. The towing of their vehicles is definitely a deterrent because that, not only do they get a fine, but now they're going to have to pay impound and release fees. So you try to educate, but you also try to hurt them in the pocketbook also.
The police department is also looking into partnering with insurance companies to penalize young people who engage in street racing. And experts say the U.S. is short more than 78,000 truck drivers, and they predict a need to hire more than 1 million more drivers to keep up with demand over the next 10 years. The president of the Virginia Trucking Association estimates the state is short around 1,800 drivers. Now, last year, the association partnered with a nonprofit to address the issue with the retraining program. So far, they say the program has put 100 new drivers on Virginia's roads.
Currently, they have about 1,200 folks with CDLs that are actively looking for jobs, and we're doing our best to find those for them. And then they have another 400 or so in the pipeline.
Officials say the new drivers are only filling the losses companies are seeing from retirement and turnover. They add they are not expanding the workforce. And unionized UPS workers have decided to authorize a strike if they cannot reach a deal with the company on a new contract. This does not mean a strike is certain, though. This move gives union leadership the power to call for a national walkout if their current contract runs out at the end of July. UPS says it remains confident it will reach an agreement with the union.
Your time right now is 6:09 this morning. Streets in D.C. are back open right now after Captain America movie filming shut down several roads. It was a busy area yesterday as members of the Writers Guild of America protested in that area. Now you can see the protesters, and this was at 14th and 15th Streets right near the White House and the National Mall. Members of the Guild and other protesters say they want to make sure their presence is felt for what they say is one of the biggest movie shoots of the entire year.
This movie would not be happening if it wasn't for the writers. And there's going to be rewrites. There's going to be a lot of things that have to go on over the next few months that theoretically might happen due to scabs, people that are not, that are refusing to be part of the union. And the production companies don't seem to care about that. Don't seem to care about giving people a fair wage.
The nationwide strike began on May 2nd, the day after contracts for the writers and the Guild expired. A similar deadline looms now for the actors. Their contracts expire tomorrow.